Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows. I am your host, Papa Joe. Today, we are going to take a look at CBDCs, what they are, and what you need to know about them. And I'm going to kind of get into some of the technicals around what they are, how they will work, what you can expect when they launch, and they will launch. And we'll kind of get into that around there. And I'm going to throw some things out towards the end of the show as to my theory as to why these are coming about and why some of the interest in the SEC and some other things around what's going on. So, but before we do that, do me a favor, check all the links out in the description of the video. Several of them are there for y'all's benefit and whatnot. Other stuff is there for you to get more Papa Joe content. And if you have any technical crypto, whatever you want to call it, type of questions, concerns, comments, whatever, grab some time with me, schedule some time with me. I do have a company doing the consulting stuff around crypto. So a lot of different things happening there. So check it out. Would love to do that with you guys. Other thing, real quick, show notes. Today or Wednesday will be the last show for this week and next week. We're going to go take a break. We're going to check out. So I will be unavailable all of next week. And I will not have a Friday show at all. So today's Patreon is the only one for this week. And we will regroup when we get back. We're going to, like I said, we're going to go and check out and just take a break. It's running like crazy. So anyways, let's see here. I think that was it for the start of everything. So let's jump right into the content, shall we? So, but before we do that, everything that you're hearing right now around CBDCs is something to kind of keep a finger on, something to kind of pay attention to, right? In the live chat there, tell me what y'all are enjoying. I'm enjoying I don't know if that's a Colombian or an Ethiopian. I can't tell. Black coffee. Love it, love it, love it. Anyways, squirrel. So you hear all the news around all these different things happening with CBDCs, whether they're going to do it or they're not going to do it. They're testing it. They're this, that, and the other. Everyone's doing it. Okay, well, something you'll need to understand about CBDCs before I show you who's doing what, and you can do that yourself. But I appreciate you being here. The content that they will be able to see about you, what you're doing, where you're going, who you're spending your money with, it's programmable money. All right. Bitcoin is too. All these other ones are programmable money. But when the state or the Federal Reserve or we'll call it the nation, we'll call them sovereign tokens, like Cliff High calls them sovereign tokens. When those start showing up and they start to force you to use those, they are not free to use. There is a cost associated to them. There will become a time where if there's economic uncertainty and they need you to spend money, say that you actually have in savings, they're going to limit the amount you have in savings, of course. But if you, and yes, they could do that, it's programmable, right? If your phone has a function or your computer has a function that it does, it's been programmed to do that. Your mouse works based off you moving it. That's a program underneath it, reading the input from you, putting it into the computer. And there's a piece of software that's running underneath there, communicating to the computer what you're doing. It's not very much different with programmable money, okay? The thing is that they will be able to, amongst all the things I just listed, they'll be able to come through and say you have $50,000 or whatever it is in savings. Well, they need you to spend 10% of that in the economy. Everyone has to by a certain amount of time, or they lose it. So you have to spend it, use it or lose it kind of thing. That type of scenario will happen with CBDCs. If you want to go obtain more fast flying metal for your pew-pews, or you want to obtain another recreational tool, you will have to, they already have a database of whether you have one registered to your name or not. And there will be a limit to what you can obtain, how much food you can buy. You have think about the whole carbon credit crap, right? You think about how they'll be able to actually come out and say, you bought too many steaks this month, so you can't fill your car up all the way, so you can't go as far as you'd like to go. They'll put geofencing around it, right? Things like that, like your money will only work in a specific area, kind of thing. And people think I'm joking about that one. I can do that with a computer, with a phone. I can let like people it's really, really cool stuff, actually. And Apple's really made this very easy. You can go and set parameters around a company owned asset where that phone or that laptop or whatever, as soon as that person walks into the building, they get network access, they get email access, they get all kinds of other little access and stuff like that, or things that they can and can't do while they're inside the four walls of that building. If I wanted to give people access to the printers that they're closest by, all I have to do is, as soon as they went to go click print, it would search what's close by and it would add that to their system and they'd be able to print, that kind of thing. And if they went to another building, it would do the same process, right? And it would remove the other ones. As soon as you leave the building, guess what? No email access, no access to the network, et cetera, et cetera. That kind of stuff can be added and removed. This is not going to be any different. They will say, you are only allowed to spend your money inside of this area, and you cannot go to this state and spend your money. You can't go to this state and spend your money. You can't go to this country and spend your money. You see what I'm saying? They will be able to do that type of stuff with these CBDCs. All right. Now, they may or may not know that yet. Not that they're brilliant or anything, not trying to say anyone's stupid, but with the track record of our governments, they haven't been the brightest, if you know what I mean. So there may be a lag time before that type of stuff starts happening. It's one of those things for me. If this starts happening, it's going to be like anything that's there. It's. I'm not. I don't. I will not trust it. So this is where Bitcoin and Litecoin and Divi and all these other platforms and businesses, we'll call them, that make the most sense, and why they are so important for us to pay attention to and be involved in. It's important because this is coming, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not. This is coming, and all the normies will end up going, "Oh, this is great, blah 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 blah. We're using cryptocurrency, blah 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 blah." No, 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 you're not. You won't be. And that's something that y'all need to pay attention to with all this stuff. Okay. You want freedom money, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Polygon, Divi, all these different ones. I mean, I know I talk about the same different ones. I'm thinking like top 10 right here. Okay. There will be top 10 changes. It moves, it fluctuates. Whatever pops in there, whatever pops out, they're all different. Okay. CBDCs is going to be a very much so a control mechanism. It's going to be a digital prison. Okay. This will tie into their digital vaccine cards that they keep talking about and stuff like that. Show of hands. Legitimately, who is for any of this stuff? Who thinks it's a good idea to let anyone control your monetary system to the point to where you can or can't buy something, or they force you to spend the money you have to help prop up the economy, something like that, right? It's just in every way not a good thing. It's a start in the right direction, but it will fail because the people are onto these morons. The vast majority of the people in the world, we get what they're doing. No, I don't trust their stuff. No. The amount of people pouring into gold and silver around the world is phenomenal. Okay. And then the amount of people who are really interested into crypto is huge, right? I want you to understand crypto people who, this is something else, like my age, younger, we get crypto. It makes sense. My age and older somewhat get crypto, right? But people who are in retirement or about to be in retirement are actually looking into crypto related products to safeguard their money that they have in, say, their IRA or their 401k. This is where Viva Capital comes in. This is one of the big reasons why I think it makes a lot of sense for people to do that, especially with like your 401k, your IRA, whatever. You want to be able to do it legally, properly, whatever, move everything over into a crypto related fund effectively. That is the only one that I have found that is at all make sense, right? They are a phenomenal outfit. A lot of people have used them, and it's fantastic stuff. Okay, the reason I'm talk about that particular setup is because at the end of the day, that gets your money out of the dollar and into a crypto asset, but you still get to use the rules and parameters around having your money in these different instruments that you have for retirement, right? They're looking into crypto because they don't trust the markets. They don't trust the dollar. They're looking into a crypto related retirement asset. That should tell you something. If the oldest amongst us at the current time, so to speak, um, if the oldest amongst us at the current time are have saved all this money and worked really hard and they're looking to protect it using cryptocurrency, that should tell you something. So it also tell you that they don't trust what they're doing with this stuff now. So believe it or not, the Bank of Russia is to pilot a CBDC in April. Digital ruble payments will be launched for retail purchases, peer-to-peer transactions, and a central bank official said. Now, this ties in, if I had to guess, with the whole documentation signed with just a sec. Sorry, gets distracted with a thing here. Anyhow, the Bank of Russia is looking into CBDCs. This ties into the BRICS stuff, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to be different CBDCs, and they're all going to be able to trade amongst each other, but they'll be asset backed. Okay, the project is just something that I've been paying attention to. But anyways, the central bank digital currency CBDCs and digital ruble is ready for its pilot phase, said the bank's deputy governor. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name. On Friday, the project will be launched for peer-to-peer transactions between individuals and retail purchases. The bank's governor told journalists during a fintech conference in Russia. The pilot will work on real operations for real people, but only for a limited number of them. With the 13 banks that have signaled they're ready, she said, according to Russia news agency TASS. The central bank will pilot a CBDC that with sets of select clients, she said. After the pilot, the Bank of Russia will decide on the ways to expand the project according to the TASS. I don't know. Let's see here. Russia's central bank first proposed some CBDC's project in October 2020 when it published a consultation paper outlining potential designs of the digital ruble. So, yeah, Russia's doing it. Now, Japan's also doing it. And down here at the bottom, I'm not going to drain all that. You definitely see there. So, October, between the Bank of International Settlements and four central banks, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, and the Bank of Thailand, and the People's Bank of China, and the Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates, in piloting foreign exchange transactions across borders. Yeah. So as of December, 114 countries are actively considering rolling out a CBDC. Up to 35 of the countries in May 2020, according to a report by the Atlantic Council. Yeah. Just so y'all understand, that's happening. Apart from China, Hong Kong, and Thailand, there are 20 countries, including Australia, India, Japan, South Korea, Singapore, Brazil, Malaysia, South Africa, and Ghana, will continue or begin the pilot stage in 2023. Yeah, all of that happening. Yep, gonna happen. They're already working on it. So you've got Russia, Japan. Oh, look, San Francisco Federal Reserve Bank ICBDC system development reveals job posting. They are now posting jobs for CBDC developers. Within 24 hours of the job posting, 45 applicants have shown interest in joining the federal government to build an in-house CBDC. The Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco is looking for a software engineer to help develop and implement systems related to central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. The San Francisco Fed posted a job on February 18th Opening for a senior application developer, digital currency. The candidate is expected to aid the Federal Reserve in designing and implementing systems central or critical to CBDC research, revealing its intention. The Fed's post read. In other words, when Gensler and what's his face, Jerome Powell and Janet Yellen and all these other people say, "Oh, we're not doing this, we're not going to do that, we're not going to do this." No, we really don't want to do CBDCs. They already have one built, if I'm not mistaken. They're just playing with everyone right now. They're just telling everyone they're going to do et cetera, right? Gotta love it. Given the dollar's important role, Federal Reserve System seeks to further understand the cost and benefits of the potential technologies for central bank digital currencies, and how the system better understands this emerging field. So you got Russia, you got Japan, you got all the other ones I listed off. You got now the Federal Reserve, which is in a way very big part of all of the central banks. Yeah, all of that comes on the heels of what happened last week with the SEC. They want to change crypto custody rules. The SEC wants to, y'all can't really read that, can you? Sorry. The SEC wants crypto to get with the grown-ups. In other words, they're willing to accept it. They want you to do that, but you have to play in our box. Our sandbox is here. If you don't play in our sandbox, go away. Well, guess what? Playground's pretty big. Screw your sandbox. I'm going to go and do all this other stuff, and I don't need that. We don't need that. It is a self-regulating system. Blockchain technology provides the system that regulates. The whole thing is regulated. It's pre-built, right? Anyhow, it's frustrating, isn't it? All of this information around CBDCs really starts to come out, especially when the SEC is trying to go after all the stable coins, and thus blocking you and me from being able to take profits or obtain more crypto, meaning Bitcoin, Litecoin, Digibyte, Divi, etc. You got to understand. That's their goal. They just want to block you. They're not going to let you in. They just want to block you. Specifically, the SEC wants to update the 2009 custody rule such that almost any asset that an advisor might hold in a client's name, including cryptocurrencies, must meet the qualified custodian requirements. Yep, that's the press release right there. If you give your Bitcoin to someone else for safekeeping, or even if trading on your behalf, they'll need to meet the standards to be quote-unquote qualified custodian. The qualified custodian is a federal or state chartered bank or savings association, a trust company, a registered broker-dealer, a registered futures commission merchant, or a foreign financial institution. The definition is in 17 blah 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 blah. That's the code, whatever. Yeah. Qualified custodians need to keep all assets in custody properly segregated into individual accounts per customer, which is one of the reasons I really like Viva. They already follow these guidelines. Anyways, and technically, they're a foreign financial institution, so they're not going to have a problem as it is. But anyhow, we'll continue here. Advisors and qualified custodians need to enter into written agreements. Again, that's there. Custodians also need to undergo annual audits, provide account statements, and provide records upon request. Blah 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 blah. All that's there, which is fantastic, guys. That's what they're going for. Just so you understand, that's why the CBDCs are all of a sudden making a big splash, so to speak, because the SEC is now finally going after all these different things so that they can make way for the CBDCs. Oh, we're gonna get rid of all we're gonna get rid of all the stable coins, and we're gonna give you our well, my kids are watching upstairs, so I got to be careful. Our dog food. You replace whatever you want there, but anyhow, yeah, fun stuff. This is supposed to make a splash and cause a negative effect in Bitcoin, in crypto, and the entire crypto market, but it's not. As a matter of fact, it's not at all. So, analyst who called major Bitcoin crash says there is a parabolic Bitcoin rally coming. Here is this particular individual's target. A crypto strategist who nailed Bitcoin's May 2021 collapse says that a steep rally could be on the horizon for Bitcoin. Synonymous analyst Dave, the wave tells his 136,000 followers or 13,600 followers. I don't know. Anyways, that Bitcoin could be mirroring its early 2019 price action when the King crypto surged from below $4,000 to about $14,000, which is a really big run, y'all. Really big run. At a Bitcoin risk to the upside. Number can get big very fast. It really can, as y'all see here. Just for an understanding, we are seeing, if you zoom out and you look at the charts, you're seeing a very similar pattern, similar type of sentiment around when it was in 2009, something like that. I don't remember. Anyways, looking at Dave, the waves chart, he appears to predict a parabolic surge for Bitcoin to around $50,000 by May of this year. In other words, here we go. It's going to double by May. That's a pretty big run at that price. It really is. At time of writing, Bitcoin is trading at 24,265, which right now it's at 24,812 at the time of this show here. So yeah. Anyways, which suggests an upside potential of over 100% for the King crypto. Yep, double. Looking at the long-term upside potential for Bitcoin, Dave the Wave uses Elliott wave theory to forecast a new Bitcoin all-time high at $150,000 sometime in early 2025. If you have the type of run-up that Bitcoin did prior, it might actually get there and above that way before there. That's just my personal opinion because that's what it's done in the past. I don't chart. I don't like to predict prices on this show. We connect dots and I just give you information. Y'all do what you want with it, kind of thing. Elliott wave theory, advanced technical analysis approach that tries to predict future price action by following crowd psychology that tends to manifest in waves. According to the theory, a bullish asset goes through a 5-wave rally where waves 1, 3, and 5 are burst into the upside. Based on Dave's wave chart, and thinks Bitcoin is going to correct around 25,000. Okay. After his predicted parabolic surge before it eruption to 68,000. So it's going to go to 50,000, then come to 25,000, then it's going to run to 68,000, and then it's going to run to 150,000. I don't know. We'll see, y'all. I mean, it might. Let's go to the week. I need to really zoom out. Anyways, that's just not enough information, but whatever. Not the hour. Come on, Papa Joe. There we go. All right, so Bitcoin is at 24.8 right now. You got the Dow, which is up, but the Nasdaq is down, and the S&P 500 is also down. Gold down, silver down. It's interesting. Gold is, it hit 19.5. That's interesting. And silver hit just 24.5. So yeah, and then you have Divi, which is Divi is looks like a nice pattern is forming. We'll see if it really runs here shortly. I really have a feeling it's going to. They're working on some things people need to be aware of and pay attention to and be involved in. But anyways, just my opinion. You'll do what you want to do. You got Ethereum, which is doing wonderfully today. You got Matic, which is slightly correcting, but Matic popped above $1.50 again, and which is about half of its all-time high, just about. Okay, Matic is not something you want to sleep on. No financial advice here, just telling you something to pay attention to. Axie, same thing. People like Shiba, it's down right now, and people like Tron, it's running, which is interesting as well. All right, people like XRP. Okay. XRPs, again, you may or may not want to sleep on it. I don't know. That's up to you. Mortgage rates are ticking up again. Who would have thunk? Crazy. Can you believe it? I mean, Luna is still around. It's crazy. Anyways, Litecoin, it popped above 100, which is great, fantastic stuff. That's Litecoin is something we may all want to pay attention to at the end of the day. But anyways, it's all good and fun there. So, all right. So let's run through, say hey to everyone, and looks like y'all have had a good conversation. Hopefully you've been doing well. We've got Lithia here. What's going on? Thanks for being part of the show. Tom Hutchinson, what's up, man? Thanks for being here today. I really do appreciate you being here. And Kim, you as well. Thanks for being part of the show. We got Bitcoin Bull in the house. Good morning, everyone. Anyone dodging train wrecks this week? Right? It's gonna be a crazy, crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. We got Fatty's Bar in the house. What's going on? Thanks for being here. Larry Stevens, how's it going? What's up? I have no idea. We are just having a fun day today for sure. The Crypto Professor, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it as always. It's fantastic to see you here. We've got Karen Dozman. What's up, man? Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Love it. Love seeing you here. We got Larry Stevens. Good. All right. Very say hi. But what's up, man? Yes, it is fascism. Crypto Professor, is Viva still alive? Thought there was problems with CEO. That is incorrect. They are very much so alive. They're very much so going and moving and having a good time and doing their own stuff. If you want to know more about that, brother, reach out to me. We will. I can get into that, but no, Viva is very much so still doing their thing. Very much so out there making waves, doing stuff. So, anyways, let's see who else we got here. Doop. Nelson Digital, what's going on, man? Yes, no to CBDs. Thank you. CBDCs are phenomenally grotesque stuff. It is just nope. Let's see here what's going on. Tom mentions anyone having issues with Divi staking words? I've only seen one word since I started staking. Depends on how long you started staking and how much you have staking, Tom. So if you have problems, reach out to the Divi support. They are on Discord. Go to their website. It'll take you directly to their support. Don't go and find it on your own. Go to their website. You know what? I'm just gonna pull it up and show you guys, since that is something that people just make sure that we have it here. I think down at the very, very bottom, support. It'll take you to. It shouldn't take you to Telegram, but it will take you to Telegram. I need to ask them about that. Let's go over to Divi Wallet and help and support. Okay, so go to the DiviWallet.com, and then you have all of their different support things. I need to ask them about the support stuff on their main page, the Divi project page, because that's not where it's supposed to take you. Not anymore, at least. Anyhow, so yeah, the DiviWallet.com/help. You've got all the different pieces here, Tom. You can go in there and have get them to help you with their product. That's the best way to do it. So anyhow, but who else we got here today? We've got John Wilkinson. Thanks for popping in, man. Appreciate it. You're welcome, sir. More than happy to help out with that. And Crypto Professor, yes, Viva is I still advise for them. So anyhow, anyways, let's go ahead and wrap up. Just a reminder for today, for this week, one Patreon this afternoon. The rest then Wednesday. I may or may not be able to do another show, but I got to get ready for vacation and whatnot. If I can, be on the lookout for it. Otherwise, we are going. We're going to check out, take a vacation, take a break, and we're gonna have some fun as family. So, anyways, y'all have a beautiful, blessed rest of the day, and I will talk to you soon. Take it easy.